welcome to the class. Thanks for joining. Welcome to Clockwork Courtyard as always. Hope you're doing really well. I'm going to do a short flow for you. Hopefully you should feel pretty good first thing in the morning, just to wake the body up a little bit. Nothing too quick as well, so very much open to beginners. Hope you enjoy. As always, if you have any questions, comments, please get in touch. You can leave a comment below or get in touch over at Mistercolliemanyoga.com or Mistercollieman on Instagram. Alrighty guys, well, we're going to begin on our mat in a child's pose. So if you want to head there, make yourself comfortable. You can think of sweeping the knees really wide. Keep the knees together, keep the legs straight. Notice which one feels good for you. You can think about big toes touching behind you. And then just lower yourself down. Maybe arms out in front. Use the hands for a pillow. Or perhaps you can sweep your arms down by your sides. As always guys, whatever feels good for you. Let's take a moment, close the eyes. And just start to notice how this position feels for your body, particularly tops of feet and your shins, getting a bit of a stretch there. So take the time just to notice how those areas feel. And perhaps think about bringing some softness to your shoulders. Relax the fingers, each and every one of them. Relax the skin on the face. And just generally bring a softness to your body and let it kind of melt into your mat. And with the eyes closed, let us take the attention to the breath. And just spend maybe 30 seconds, a minute or so, just focusing on nothing else but your breathing. So paying really close attention to the inhale and the exhale. Notice how it feels. Perhaps you can feel the kind of cold air coming in through the nostrils. And as you breathe it out, it's going to be slightly warmer. You can start to track the breath as it goes down the windpipe into the lungs. And you can start to feel the belly expand as you hopefully tap into a breath that is slow and deep. Just making a little bit of a connection with it between the mind and the body. And just making sure that you try and keep it that way throughout the class. Let's use our breath. Let's use it as the one thing that you can focus on. And let's make sure that we begin the class with that breath being real slow and real calm. And then when you are good to get moving, let's move with the breath. So an inhale can gently draw yourself up to your all fours. And let's take an exhale and lower the chest all the way straight back down again. Lower the face, lower the head. Press the hands onto the mat to lift yourself up into a cobra. Slight bend in the back. You can push back to your child's pose from here. Bum to heels. Inhale. Draw yourself back up, all fours. Exhale, lower the chest, lower the head. Make sure the hands are on the mat as you push yourself back up into your cobra. And you can push from there, bum to heels, all the way back to your child's pose. A few more times, guys. Move with the breath. Inhale, draw yourself up, all fours. Exhale, lower yourself down with control. Press with the hands, lift the chest up. Slight bend in the back, relax the shoulders, and a breath out as you push back, bum to heels, child's pose. Inhale, calm up slowly. Exhale, lower yourself down. Inhale, lift the chest, slight bend in the back, and exhale, head on back, child's pose. One final time, moving with your breath, making sure that your movement is controlled and considered. And then when you're good, let's take it all the way up towards our downward dog. lifting up, all fours, suck in the tummy, raising your hips, and starting to really push with the hands quite hard here. Make sure your fingers are wide. Make sure you got a sturdy foundation with your hands. So the wider the fingers, the better. Perhaps look at your feet. Let's make sure that they're kind of hip width apart. And just take some gentle pedals of the feet. Kind of warm up the calves and the hamstrings. Just checking in with how the legs are feeling today. And then perhaps think about finding some stillness in your downward dog. Just park up in a place that feels right for you. Suck in the tummy. Relax the face. Close your eyes and take a long inhale and a long exhale. And on the next breath in, come onto the tiptoes of the feet. Bend your knees and take a step to the front of the mat, coming into a standing forward fold, where we can breathe into a halfway lift, hands to shins, back is flat, and breathe out, drop the hands, drop the head. Breathe in, lift the arms up all the way to the ceiling, to the sky. You can look up to the fingertips, and then gently lower the hands to a prayer pose. Take a full breath in, lift the arms wide and up again, and then a full breath out as you hinge at your hips and forward fold down to the ground. Lift up halfway again so the back is flat, crown of the head goes long. You can drop the hands, drop the head, and step or jump back to your plank. Let's hold it here for a moment. We're going to push with the hands. Back is nicely domed. You want to kick the heels away from you, squeeze the bum, squeeze the core, and then on your next exhale, let's drop the knees, the chest, the chin, all the way down. We'll find a Cobra again, so push with the hands, lift the chest up, and you can head back to your down dog in your own time, where we're going to lift the right leg all the way up to the ceiling. Take it high. Now, just as you do so, let's bend the knee and kick the heel to the bum. Think of if your knee is pointing to the ground, try and open out the hips so you're pointing your knee to the ceiling instead. Now, if you'll notice the shoulders here, you might start to dump a little bit onto the left side. So maybe just press quite hard down on the right hand just to kind of counteract that. Breathe. And then take a step outside of your right hand. And we'll find a twist by lifting the right arm and looking up to the right hand. Make sure the back leg is really strong. You want a really strong left heel. You can gently lower the right hand and then drop the left knee as well. We'll come into a lizard pose. Nice kind of opening inside the leg. Feel free to stay on your hands. Maybe come down onto the forearms if you feel that you want to go deeper into it. You may even want to play around with keeping the left knee off the ground. A little bit more of an active lizard. Wherever you are, just take a couple of breaths. Direct your breathing into the legs, into whatever sensations you can feel. Come back onto your hands. And then let's take a step back to our plank pose, real slow, real lightly. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side by skipping the Vinyasa, pushing the bum in the air, lifting the left leg. Again, bend the knee. Just notice how that feels as you kind of open the hips out. You want your hips facing the left side rather than facing the ground. Again, think of your shoulders and your hands. And then step outside, left hand, real slow. And then lift your left arm, making sure to tuck the left knee into the chest. Again, strong back leg. Breathe. And gently lower the left hand. And then let's find our lizard on this side. So again, just think of doing what you did on the other side. Maybe you want to try and keep some symmetry, some balance in what you do between the two sides of the body. And if you don't, make sure it's for a good reason. Couple more breaths, take it slow. And then make your way back onto the hands and step back lightly to your plank. So a soft step back. Next exhale, drop your knees. Lower your chest and your chin all the way down. Breathe in, push with the hands, find your Cobra. And then breathe out, push back, bum to heels, child's pose, a downward facing dog. Tiptoes of both the feet, gently tiptoe your way forwards, all the way to the front of the mat. So keep the hands on the ground, maybe fingertips. And then just keep it maybe in your standing forward fold, about a feet away from your hands. Bend your knees quite a lot, and let's drop the chest onto the thighs. Grab hold of the elbows, take a little swing from side to side. Allow the crown of the head to drop all the way down. Find space in your back. Rather than trying to get straight legs here, let's drop the hands, sweep them behind us. Interlock fingers and allow the arms and the hands to go where they want to go. Take a swing here. Dropping your hands and then uncurl. Let's come to a standing pose. So take it really slowly. Try and feel nice and grounded in the feet as you rise up. And then when you stand tall, lift your arms all the way up towards the sky. Fingertips are active. Let's gently lower the hands, bring them to a prayer pose, and then place the hands on the lower back where we'll find a little standing back bend. Bending knees, pushing hips forwards, open the chest out to the ceiling. Maybe gaze forwards, maybe gaze up, maybe gaze back. Whatever feels comfortable for you. Take your time here, 3 or 4 breaths. Enjoy the nice counter stretch to all the kind of hunching that you might do over your desk, over your computer, or over your food, whatever it is, over your phone. And then come back up slowly, and then we'll curl all the way down, back into our standing forward fold. Bend your knees, place the hands down, step or jump back to your plank. And then make sure you move with your breath through the vinyasa. So we'll drop the knees, the chest, the chin, all the way down. Taking it nice and easy. Inhale, push with the hands, lift the chest. And just hold it here for a breath or 2. Maybe enjoy some movement from side to side with the shoulders. Give them a roll out. And then head back. Child's pose, downward facing dog. Use the next inhale to lift the right leg really high. Make an effort to keep the leg straight this time and flex your foot. So you might want to do a little internal rotation of the right thigh. Gaze forwards. Let's step in between the hands. If your foot doesn't quite make it, shuffle the foot forwards and then lift the arms above the head. We'll come into a high lunge. So with the arms high, fingertips are kind of active. Try and relax the shoulders at the same time. Square out your hips. Get your balance. Breathe. Let's open it out to a warrior 2 by placing the back foot down. Sweeping the right arm forwards and the left arm behind you. You may find that you want to shake the arms out here. Roll the shoulders. Do what you need to do to arrive in the pose. And then extend your arms. Equal measure. Let's gaze over the right hand and flip the palm. We're going to lean forwards and reverse it. So left hand, left thigh. Right arm goes really high. Enjoy it, guys. Deep lunge into the knee. Reach really high with the right fingertips. You can look up to the right hand. And then with your next exhale, cartwheel arms down to the ground. Make sure your fingers are wide. Let's step back to our plank. And then a vinyasa, gentle. Drop the knees, chest and chin go down. Inhale, lift up the chest, bend in the back, cobra. Exhale, push back, a downward facing dog. Let's do the same thing on the other side, raising the left leg with the inhale. You might want to gaze forward first, find your spot to step into. Shuffle the foot through if it doesn't make it, and then lift up. Arms come high, strengthen the feet. Find your balance, take your time, steady breath. Open out to your warrior two, back foot goes down. Try and find some symmetry in your arms if you can. Maybe there's symmetry in the feet, the weight of the body. Try and spread it evenly across both feet. And then let's flip the palm and reverse it on this left side. Maybe right hand's on right thigh. Let's try not to dump down onto the right side. You want to lift up. Enjoy it. And then cartwheel your arms. Fingers are wide as they hit the mat. Step back lightly to your plank. And drop the knees, the chest, the chin, all the way down. Breathe in to lift the chest up to a cobra. Relax the shoulders. And then breathe out to push the bum back. Child's pose, downward facing dog. From here, guys, we're going to make our way to a seated position. You can get there however you want to. Maybe walk forwards, cross your feet. Or maybe take a little jump and cross your feet. Whatever feels good for you. Once you get there, let's straighten the legs out. Flexing your feet, pointing toes to the ceiling. Let's take a breath in to lift up the arms. And then as you breathe out, forward fold over your legs. Seated forward fold. Bend your knees quite a lot. So similar to our standing forward fold that we took previously, let's think about length in the back. So you want to get the crown of the head long rather than straight legs. Maybe grab shins, grab feet, whatever feels good. Look over toes. And let's take 3 breaths here. As always, just try and bring a smoothness to the breath, a softness to the breath. Keep the feet flexed, extend your arms out in front of you, and let's hover down all the way onto our backs. Take it real slow. Maybe engage your core to help lower yourself with control. And then as the head touches the mat, let's take a moment just to enjoy it. Enjoy the entirety of your body, kind of resting on the ground. Maybe close your eyes. Good time to reconnect with your breathing. Keep it slow and long. Maybe notice any kind of sensations that might be washing over you after just that little bit of movement. And then let's bring the left knee up towards the chest, taking hold of it with the right hand. Supine twist, guys. Extend the left arm out to the left. You can take the knee over to the right hand side with your right hand. Little check-in with the shoulder on the left side, guys. If you find that you're kind of rolling over with the left knee, which is kind of a natural tendency, maybe bring the knee back up. Just park the shoulder on the ground first. Make sure it's properly stuck there. And then you can take the knee just as far as it needs to go. Look over to the left hand. Nice pose just to close the eyes. Take some slow breaths. Trying, if you can, to bring a bit of softness to the body. Particularly each time you exhale. Bringing a nice release. Let's come back to center. Straighten the left leg out, bring the right knee up. And then we'll just do exactly the same thing on the other side. Maybe as you look over to the right hand, you can think of straightening left leg. Flex left foot. Try and find length in the neck. Look over to right hand. Breathe. Enjoy the pose, take your time. Nice one just to close the eyes and really kind of think about how this one feels. Notice where you feel something. And then just come back up slowly, back to center. Let's bring both knees into the chest. Gonna grab hold of the arms around them. Maybe you can grab your elbows, take a little roll across your back, massage it out. And then just cross your feet. We're going to take it to a seated position from here. So you can grab hold of your opposite feet, opposite hands. Maybe engage the core, get a bit of a roll going, forwards and backwards. And then come and sit on your bum. Feet together. Knees are going to be out wide. We'll take just a couple of forward folds before we finish, guys. Hands on feet. Think of hinging from the hips. As you go down, think about your back and your neck staying kind of straight. Maybe your knees are quite active to get into it. And then when you get as far as you can go to that sweet spot where it's kind of challenging but not pushing it too far, maybe just close the eyes. Tune back into your breathing. Let's try and smother the entire breathing cycle with your focus. So both inhale and exhale, maybe even the little pause between the two. Come back up slowly, cross your feet. We'll do a similar thing, guys, forward folding, hinging at your hips. Maybe you could walk the hands out first, and then just take them as far as you can go, extend arms, and then relax forearms down if you can. Maybe forehead can relax down as well. This might not be as accessible for you, so you could keep the hands on the ground, arms straight. Wherever you are, close the eyes. Again, notice the breath. Awesome stuff. Let's come back up slowly. We're going to place the hands behind us. Extend the legs out. Gently hover down. Let's take it to a short and sweet Savasana. You can lower your elbows, lower the head, spread your arms, starfish the body. Enjoy sprawling arms, sprawling legs. Take a deep inhale through the nose, and satisfying exhale through the mouth. Softly close the eyes. And just see if you can enjoy a little bit of stillness. Try and keep your body in a place where you can hold it still rather than fidget. As you bring a softness to the body, as you completely let go of it, think about channeling a similar stillness in the mind. So keeping it clear. Of course, if any thoughts do kind of pop up, just make sure you're aware of them. Let them drift away. And then think about resting in that mental space that they were originally created. Just keeping the body still for a little bit longer. Let's deepen the breath. Three or four slightly deeper inhalations, 3 or 4 slightly longer exhales. Start to bring some movement into your fingers and your toes. And then why not enjoy a full body stretch, extending arms above the head, find some length Maybe notice how it feels to move post shavasana as you wake yourself up. Notice how the body feels. And just take your time to roll slowly to one side and lift yourself back up to your seated position, where we will finish the class. You can think of finding a place that feels comfortable. Maybe just softly close the eyes. Just make sure you take the time to notice not only how the body feels, there might be a little bit of a change in how you're doing physically. Take the time to notice your mood, any changes upstairs. And then of course take the time to thank yourself for your practice. Nice one for making the time. Thank you for joining me. Take it easy, guys. You can gently bow to close, seal your practice. Namaste. Have a really great day. As always, any questions, please don't feel free to get in touch. Take it easy, guys.